All right, so today I've been putting this one off for too long. I put the saw away after doing some cutting this fall, and one, I'm ashamed to say, it's dirty, so I put it away dirty. Hate to say that, but it's leaking fuel. So whether it's a full tank or really any amount, it's leaking and I can't diagnose it. So I'm gonna bring you guys along, and today I am gonna tear this sucker apart and we're gonna try and figure out where in the fuel system it's leaking, get up, gather parts, and then we'll rebuild it. I'll bring you guys along too, and we're gonna do kind of like a complete, I shouldn't say complete rebuild, but we're gonna go through and we're gonna put in new clutch springs, do drive sprocket, just give it a once over, pull apart the starter cord. But anyways, we're just gonna do a super thorough tune up on this thing, and we're gonna bring you guys along. So let's get this thing broken down and start diagnosing our problem here. So this is the old, Stihl 360. We got a pro grade. It's just got a 20-inch bar. That's what I was using to limb up stuff before I put it away. But see, look at this, just filthy, just despicable that I even did that. Oh, anyways, let's get this bar and cover off. I don't know about you guys, but I would say one of my favorite chores around the house is cutting wood. Any opportunity to get this thing out and let it rip, man, it's just good old-fashioned hard work. Oh, despicable. All right. Let's get this oiler plate off. I think underneath there is the bolts that hold the housing together. I think we're gonna go through and clean everything up too. I got a little container here. We'll put all the nuts and bolts in, and let everything soak in some gasoline and get everything real clean. Ugh, jeez. All right. Let's see. Dude, I hate to admit it, this thing's been leaking fuel all fall. And I just had too much stuff to do and couldn't really diagnose it. But now that it's spring, well, it's what, March 5th today, working on this. Here come April, we're gonna start cutting wood and getting the, well, we got lots and lots of wood to cut. That new homestead we're moving into, it's heated with the wood stove. It's got a little Toyo, but we're gonna predominantly heat it with wood. So I don't know, see how many cords we burn in the winter. I'm guessing 5 to 6. I mean, it's a smaller house, 1,000 square feet, so, but where we're moving, it does definitely get colder. We went out and looked at the house before we made an offer. It was 30 below. Is there any bets that I'm not going to be able to put this back together and get it to run? We are getting very deep. And I'm just trying to keep track of all these bolts. Because it looks like there's one in there. At least I can see the head of it. Is it underneath there? We hit the wall. We're going to come at this from a different angle. So, looking at the part, the tank comes assembled with a new handle. So it's kind of like one unit. So I think I'm going to come here on the back side. And we're going to come in from this route. Did I mention that I put this thing away dirty? I guess I should probably stop resting on that laurel and just be better next time. All right, put it away clean. We are really getting into it now. Okay, let's see what happens. That's a cool fastener. Well, I hope if any of you got the same problem with whether you broke it or just straight up leaks like mine does, this video will be helpful for you maybe to do not what to do. I don't think I needed to tear apart the whole flywheel and clutch. So that'll be fun to put back together. Tiny little screw in here. This little rubber boot. Holy cow. It's taken me an hour to get this far. It's gonna take me a week to get it back together. There we have it. Now, I need to be super careful and keep everything out of that carburetor. All right, so, lesson to all of you. If you have a leaking gas tank, don't dive into the clutch, don't dive into the pull cord, none of that. You didn't need to pull, I didn't need to pull apart any of that to get this off. There's some through bolts. There's some wiring that I had to feed through this little bushing. But other than that, this is all that I needed to get out. So it's a handle, fuel tank, the mounting bracket for the carburetor. So I'm gonna get on the Googler. I'm gonna figure out how much this piece costs. I'm not looking forward to seeing how much this whole handle assembly costs, but if you guys like what I'm sharing, and if you thought this was useful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and that way you guys can see the rebuild. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a full tune-up. New clutch, springs, new drive sprocket, sharpen up some chains, new bar. We're just gonna give it a real thorough once-over, new spark plug, all that sort of stuff. So if you guys wanna see me try to put this all back together, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you guys on the next one.